So in this unit, we learn about properties. So the first one is called the commutative property. Now I'll use an example and then we'll conclude from there. So if I added 3 plus 4, what do I get? 7. If I add 4 plus 3, I still get 7. So whatever I do to the order, it doesn't change the answer. So if I added a plus b or b plus a, it stays the same. Now let's try for the same thing for multiplication. So this is the commutative property of addition. Let's try one for multiplication. Okay, so if I did 3 times 4, what do I get? 12. If I do 4 times 3, I still get 12. So again, even this result doesn't change. So if I write AB or BA, it's the same response. So the commutative property for both addition and multiplication works. Okay. So then let's talk about the associative property. So the next one is associative property. So associative is if I did something like this, right? And I put a parenthesis around this. So let's put some numbers. Let's check. Let's do it with a few numbers, okay? So the easiest numbers you want to consider are 1, 2, and 3. Let's plug those in. 1 plus 2 plus 3, right? So using PEMDAS, I've got to solve the parentheses first. So it's grouping. I end up getting 6, right? Now, what if I put the parentheses over here? Will it give me the same response? Let's check. So 3 is in the parentheses and you've got a 3 outside, so both of them add up to 6. So basically in the associative property, A plus B plus C, wherever you put the parentheses, it solves the same way. Okay? Let's try it for multiplication. So this is for addition. Let's solve it for multiplication. So put any numbers, 1, 2, and 3. 1 times 2 times 3 is 6, right? And you can put the parentheses anywhere. So does it work every time? Let's just try it. So 1 times 6 is 6. Let's change the position of the parentheses and still solve. What's 1 times 2? 2. 2 times 3 is 6. So even for multiplication, it works. So A, B, parentheses C, or A, B, C. So it works for both. Multiplication. Okay, the next property is distributive. Distributive is just distributing or providing the same kind of response to each value. Okay, so if I have something like 2 parentheses 3 plus 5, let's solve this. So if I were doing PEMDAS, I would solve the parentheses and then work it through, right? So I end up getting 16. Now imagine if I could say like, hey, 3 gets an extra 2, so it multiplies, and even the 5 gets that extra 2. So let's work it that way. 2 times 3 plus 2 times 5. It's like distributing the 2 to both 3 and 5. So you get 6 plus 10, which also solves to 16. So basically, A parentheses B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. This conclusion you need to remember because it's very helpful to do questions in algebra. Then we have the additive inverse. So A plus minus A is equal to 0. We have the multiplicative inverse. A times 1 over A is equal to 1. So some properties. Then the 0 property, A plus 0 is A. For multiplication, it's A times 0 is 0. Okay. Okay, here we are trying to simplify these expressions. So let's expand. So now we can add 1 and 2 and we get 3 plus c or c plus 3. Remember the commutative property, any of these is correct, any answer. So let's plug in one of them. 3 plus C. Okay, let's try this one. This is distributive, so let's multiply. What's 6 times 4? 24. And you have that extra V with it. So 24V. Okay, let's try this one. 5 plus 2 plus C plus Z. So you can add these two guys, 7 plus Z. So let's put that in. Two times 4P, 8P, put that in. 2 times 4. So fairly easy, not very complex. You guys can try. Okay, here we have properties of equality. Which property of equality is shown below? So now we'll see some things that are the same, right? What's this new thing we are doing here? We're subtracting. So which property will you choose? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So subtraction. And let's hit submit. Okay. Next one. Again, you guys can fairly, I'm sure everyone will get these correct. So what do we have here? So we have a V, and what did we do? We added a negative 46, right? And we did the same thing over here, but we are adding. So which property is it? Addition property of equality. Okay. What do we have? G plus F. Right? What are we doing? Division. So division property of equality. So here we want to find out which equations are the same. So basically we want this. X minus y is equal to negative 82. Okay, so now let's solve all the equations using SADMAP, right? And see which ones apply, okay? So if I multiply 2 over here, this cancels. So now x minus y is equal to 82. So this works. Then do the same with this. Multiply negative 2. Multiply negative 2. Right? So this will cancel. So x minus y is equal to negative 82. Right? Even this one works. Right? What about these ones over here? 2 times 39 is not 82. 2 times 42 is not 82. So it's these two are the correct ones. Okay, let's try another one. Negative 6 is equal to yz. So solve these equations, and this is good practice for solving equations. Try to do as many on your own, okay? I know some kids might use a means where they'll say I can't do it, but try it, because this will help you with future exercises. Okay, so you want negative 6 and yz. So you want yz all alone. So try to get rid of the other numbers. So again, everything's multiplying, so we'll divide. So if I divide negative 11, this cancels, and this becomes negative 6. So this works. Then I divide 12. 84 divided by 12 is negative 7. Okay, then 94 divided by 14, and then 90 divided by 15. So this works as negative 6. This one is not negative 6, so even this doesn't work. So it's the first one and the fourth one. So try these, try them. Make sure you're trying. Don't use an easy method, easy route by saying, oh, I'm just gonna take help. So try these responses and solve them. All right, good luck.